Imagine a tiny puppy standing outside a giant iron gate, trembling in the cold, every few seconds letting out a soft cry, as if calling someone who was never going to come back. People walked past, some glanced, some ignored, but no one knew the truth behind those cries. No one knew that the reason this little puppy stood here was something that could break even the toughest hearts. He looked too small, too fragile, almost lost in the world, but his eyes carried a loyalty so deep that even humans could not match it. Every morning he would reach that same closed gate, sit on the same broken tile, and place his tiny paws on the metal bars as if waiting for them to open. And when they didn't, his cries slowly filled the silent street. At first, people thought he was just hungry. Some tried offering food, but he didn't touch anything. He would only sniff the air and stare at the gate, as if expecting someone familiar to appear from behind it. Children tried calling him, even giving him warm milk, but he didn't move. It was as if his heart was tied to something beyond that gate, something he couldn't let go. One day, an old shopkeeper who lived nearby took pity on him. He placed a small mat near the gate for the puppy to rest on. But even then, the puppy didn't lie down. He just waited, staring, hoping, crying. The shopkeeper began watching him closely and soon noticed a heartbreaking pattern. Every evening, right when the sun began to set, the puppy's cries grew louder. As if he knew that the day was ending, yet his wait wasn't. As if he feared the darkness, not because it scared him, but because it reminded him of a night he could never forget. One rainy night, the truth finally came out. A woman living inside the house behind the gate stepped out to close the windows. When she heard the puppy crying, she froze. Slowly, she walked to the gate and murmured, "He came back." And then tears fell from her eyes. She opened the gate slightly, and the puppy immediately rushed forward, not to enter, but to smell the bottom of the woman's dress. He sniffed it desperately, and then cried again. The woman knelt down and whispered, I know you're looking for him." The shopkeeper, seeing this, approached her. And the woman finally revealed the truth. The puppy belonged to a young boy who lived in that house. The boy had rescued the puppy months ago and the two became inseparable. They would play together, eat together, and even sleep together. But a week ago, the boy had gone out to buy groceries, and never returned. An accident had taken his life. The puppy had seen the boy leave through the same gate, and he was still waiting for him to come back through it. When the woman told this story, the shopkeeper felt his heart sink. And as if understanding every word, the puppy placed both his paws on the gate and let out the saddest cry anyone had ever heard. It wasn't just a sound, it was grief. Pure, innocent grief. The woman said she tried to keep the puppy inside after the boy's death, but the puppy refused to stay. Every time she closed the door, he would cry endlessly. So she let him go wherever he wanted. And the only place he ever went was back to the gate. Back to the last place he had seen his little human. Days passed. The woman began putting out food and water for the puppy. He still wouldn't eat much, but he stayed close. And every sunset, he cried the same cry, the one that told the world he was still waiting. One evening, the woman opened the gate and softly said, "You can come inside now. He's not coming back, little one. But I am still here. And I won't let you cry alone." For the first time, the puppy stepped forward. Slowly, carefully, as if afraid to let go of his last memory. He walked inside the gate, stopped at the boy's empty shoes placed near the entrance, and curled up beside them. He finally stopped crying, not because he forgot, but because he found a place where he still felt his boy's presence. And just like that, the closed gate that once held his deepest pain, finally became the doorway to his new home. A home where love didn't end, it continued.